Making the pilgrimage to Memphis and Beale Street in 1946 was a 21-year-old guitarist hoping to find his fortune. After hearing blues musicians on the King Biscuit Flower Hour radio program, Riley King followed his guitar-playing cousin Booka White and settled in Memphis. King was able to get a small spot on Sonny Boy Williamson's radio program on KWEM in West Memphis. This led to King building an audience and getting regular gigs performing. Soon, he had his own 10-minute feature on Memphis's WDIA radio, which grew into a program called the Sepia Swing Club. King's popularity prompted WDIA to give King a permanent disc jockey position, and he would promote himself as the Beale Street Blues Boy, eventually shortening the nickname to Blues Boy, and then eventually simply BB. The moniker stuck, and B.B. King would begin his recording career in 1949. B.B. King was influenced by Texas guitarist T-Bone Walker, who performed with a full band, including trumpets and saxophones. King adopted this style and hired an arranger, giving King the freedom to improvise guitar runs over top a defined chart. This approach set him apart from many of his contemporaries, and his shows came across more of a full review rather than a simple set with a singing guitarist. B.B. King began expanding his reach and would travel as far as New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles, while remaining headquartered in Memphis. His famous guitar, Lucille, received its name after a fire broke out during one of his performances. The fire started after two men began fighting and knocked over a container of kerosene. Initially, King ran out with the rest of the crowd, but he ran back in to save his guitar. Later on, he found out that the men were fighting over a woman named Lucille. From that point on, he called his guitar Lucille in remembrance of the occasion. He would go on to be one of the biggest blues acts in history, enjoying a career that lasted over 6 decades. He never stopped performing and would produce signature hits throughout his lifespan. Every Day I Have the Blues in 1955, The Thrill Is Gone in 1969, When Love Comes to Town with U2 in 1988, and the album Riding with the King with Eric Clapton in 2000. B.B. King continued performing into his late 80s and was an ambassador of the blues until his death in 2015 and is considered one of the most celebrated musicians in American history.